Hello, I'm Rehan Hashim, and I'm here to talk about what I could take away from this world. That is violence and poverty. All the bad things sprout from these two sole things. It grows into multiple problems. It's like a virus that spreads really fast. The melancholy part is that a lot of people have been infected by it. In this world, it's sad that we even need an army to protect ourselves from violences. The world has also literally developed poverty like a science project. They're getting in the numbers on people in poverty, but it's not doing anything to help it. Little do they do anything to improve. We know these things simply to feel bad for them. For example, if a person sees that some 45% of the population is homeless, their reactions would just be an emotion. For example, very few would have right then given to charity. We have to make that whole population be that very few. If the whole world's population works on this, it would be a piece of cake. If we were willing to do this, the world would be a better place. In 2017, the count of homeless people in America only was 554,000 people. 554,000 people living on the streets without clothes, water, or other luxuries that we had, but they didn't. We rarely think about them during a normal day. The least thing we can do is drop a nickel in their cups. Our common instinct when we walk by someone homeless is to do nothing. We have to change that habit into doing the right thing. Also, I do know that some people act homeless to get liquor or other drugs, even just to get money, but to do the right thing at heart is always a positive choice. Even if you give someone money and they use it for the wrong reason, it's the thought that counts. You still have a shot at making someone's life greater. The violence on this planet is uncontrollable too. The countless wars and uncivil fights are pestering and will never go away. Before the humans, when they were dinosaurs, they were completely civil, other than hunting from the carnivores. When the humans came, they bring ignorance and violence with them. Now, in this world, there would be no way that we would rid of all the violence in it. But we can at least try, though. The civil war in Syria, for instance. Why did they start it? Only for control of the country. But instead, after the war, they wouldn't have a country to rule. Their destruction would have destroyed the whole country. Some people's greedy minds skip the part of thinking before doing. Sadly, the part that some people stay that way. There are several wars that happened in the history of humankind that were started even before civilization. It has become a staple of honor to fight in a war. Even though we should not have an army, we need it. We're creating these problems for thousands of years, and we've been scratching our heads on how to solve them. Even though we will never solve the problem of violence, we can at least educate people on what they're doing. Their actions can't continue on like this. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent." This is very true because when you win a war, you feel happy. But when you see how many people you killed and what you did to get there, it's not worth it. Those lives can never be taken back. On the website Cool and Smart, Ollie posted, "Why do we kill people who kill people to show that killing people is wrong?" This is exactly the kind of mindset the world needs to have. We all have to think about what is going on in this world. A lot of people are enclosed on themselves and won't budge unless it has something to do with their lives. Every day I see something on the news that someone was murdered or something bad happens. My dad turns it off and we forget about it. I know that the person who did something has to be given justice, but we can at least, instead of putting them in jail, put them in a learning facility to educate on how they impacted other people. People are homeless in thousands of bustling cities, and people barely look at them when they're walking the streets. If everyone gave at least 5 cents to every homeless person in America, each person would at least have $2,928.21. That's only in America too. Imagine if the whole world came together to donate 5 cents each. 5 cents is really all it takes to save the world, but we can't do that. We can make smart devices that require millions of pieces of code, but we can't do that. We can make huge sports arenas and skyscrapers, but we still can't do that. We have made all this innovation, but we still haven't solved our biggest problem: poverty and violence. Thank you.